work in the medical field and I am a certified medical assistant. I'm highly addicted to pain medication. I take up to 60 pills in a 24-hour period. I would call in prescription for myself. I would tell them, hi, this is Debbie. I'm calling from Dr. So-and-so's office. I'm calling in a prescription for John Smith. Give them the details of the hydrocodone, the quantity, give them our office number, and they would fill it, no questions to ask. I was caught in February 2005. I was found guilty of a felony and put on 7 years probation. I have gone from job to job, eventually start calling in prescriptions. My employer would find out and I would be let go. A few months ago, I called in a prescription. My employer was contacted and had called the sheriff's department. I spent 15 days in jail. I get my pills by a legitimate prescription. I have purchased hydrocodone off the street. Once you meet a dealer and they realize that you have a steady cash flow, they will actually contact you when they have pills. I picked up 90 pills on Thursday and I have 12 left. I've actually caused something to happen so that I could have a reason to go to a doctor. I have told lies to 100 different doctors, telling them I had either back problems, migraine headaches. I bruised myself by hitting my arm against like the door jamb. I even closed my finger in the door so that I could go get pills. My drug use has affected my kids so negatively. My son has moved in with me for fear that I'm gonna OD or I'm gonna wind up being arrested. He can't even have his own life because of me and my addiction.
Where did all of this start? I mean,
a number of years ago, I was injured, fell down a flight of stairs, injured my back, was put on prescription pain medication. And I thought that was fine. I was taking it as prescribed, and after so many years, the doctors, they cut you off. It's at that point you find out you're addicted. And then it just kicks in. Your only train of thought is where to get that next prescription.
Let me ask you, who am I talking to right now? Are you a criminal?
A convicted felon.
Right, and you take a lot of pills every day.
Yes.
That would be pretty typical for you.
Yes.
Those look pretty good to you?
Yes.
You'd like to have these, wouldn't you?
Well, honestly, yes.
I mean, be honest.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
There's no point in coming in here because
No.
How easy do you think I am to manipulate?
You are not. That's why I wrote to your show.
Yeah. Well, through your drug haze, you're at least seeing that right.
Yes.
Are you high right now?
Yes.
What time did you get up this morning?
6:15, 6:30.
You took pills then?
Took 5.
5. How many milligrams total?
7.500. I took 5 of those. So.
Wow. Yeah. And then you took 4 more just before you came out here, didn't you?
Correct.
We have cameras
Yes.
everywhere.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at this.
All right, Dr. Phil, I'm going to take 4 of these tablets prior to going onto the show. I'm kind of stressed out, and when I do get nervous or stressed, that's kind of a point that makes me want to take some extra. So I'm taking 4. Well, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to take these 5. This is me in my work scrubs, getting ready to go to work. It's 11 a.m. I have to admit, it's always on my mind. Do I have my pills with me? Do I have enough pills? Do I have enough pills to last today or through tomorrow? I am now just getting out for my lunch. I came out to the car to take my pills. You certainly don't do it around anybody because it's an embarrassing thing to have to do. It makes me feel bad coming to work, doing this, and betraying people that put their trust in me. Just got off work. My legs have started aching quite a bit, so I'm hoping those pills will kick in pretty soon. I just went and picked up my pills so that I'll have enough to last me for the show. I'll be taking 5 of them as usual. These are legitimate. This is a written prescription for me, and I'm hoping this is the last one that I will ever have to pick up.
My problem is she thinks everything, she never takes responsibility for her own actions. It's always someone else's fault or something. Like you saw. It's stress, the computers aren't working well. Everybody has stress in their life, every day. I have stress. I worry about you every day. I worry about how much money I'm gonna get for the week from my job, but you don't see me out drinking every night or smoking or doing whatever. You know, I handle it. It's just that's a part of life, and I just think you handle it the worst way possible. You don't take any responsibility for anything you do.
He's right.
Of course he is, and no thanks to you. That is his attitude about this. Do you recognize that if, in fact, you do take her calls, you do give her money supposedly for cars, this or that you're not helping her?
I do recognize that. I've been enabling her way too many years.
And I understand, Marita, I understand that you love your daughter. I understand that maternal bond. But you do recognize that if you continue to do that, as you have in the past, that you're part of the problem, not part of the solution.
I do recognize that.
And, you know, I'm saying the same thing to Kyle here, because look, there comes a point where you got to recognize that what you're doing is not helping her.
It's part of the problem.
Okay, so why are you doing it? You're smart enough to know it isn't helping her. Isn't it true that you're doing it just to get yourself out of the moment? Here, take the $20. You just throw it at her so you can stop the onslaught, so you can get out of the pressure cooker, so you can get away.
That is true. I mean, it does come to a point where I really want to say that just, no, I'm done, and just never talk to her again. But I just seem to always fall back in the slot of here, you know.
No, I understand that because she uses it. She's your mother, and
Yes.
she knows that she has this bond with you, and so she uses that. She exploits that. Marita, she exploits it with you. Kyle, she exploits it with you because she knows you will feel guilty. How would you feel if your mother was sleeping under a bridge? How would you feel if your mother was prostituting herself out on the street? Or she was stealing something, and so she's out there in harm's way. You think, oh my God, I abandoned my own mother, right?
Yes.
And that's a big burden for a young man.
Yeah.
It's a big burden for her mother. And you know that, don't you? That's why you exploit them. You said, I'm done. I ain't talking to you. You're not going to get to me because I'm not going to listen to you.
Right.
And that came at a high cost to you, though, didn't it? Because your mother is out of your life. You're going to spend your time, your effort, your energy on those that are healthy and deserve it and have a future.
Right. I knew she wasn't ready.
Instead of being bled sick by her. Well, Joni, we've got quite a history, don't we?
We do, Dr. Phil, we do.
And you had quite a history when I met you, and it mirrors exactly what's going on here.
It does. Debby and I's story is very, very similar. Very similar with the back injury that started you off. You have a father, I understand, that was alcoholic. My father was alcoholic, so at the bottom of this, in my opinion, the medical opinion, is genetics. And then the social environment that we work in really exacerbates and turns this disease on.
It's not easy to change it, is it?
It's not easy. You know, I didn't get from there to sitting in this chair to an author to speaking around the country because some fairy dust was dusted on me on the Dr. Phil show. I got wonderful advice and wonderful opportunity, but you have to do the work.
Well, let's take a look at what Joni has done, because she's decided to pay this forward, helping others that are struggling with their own addictions. Take a look.
My life is so much better now that I'm sober. The 12th step is to help other people.
Tony is documenting all the drinking bad behaviors.
Are you okay, Joey? I first met Lisa this past spring at a rehab.
I'm very blessed that Joni came into my life.
Come on in, how are you?
I spent months with Sarah. I've witnessed everything.
When you do that one shot, It's just like magic.
You're going to be there not one day longer than it takes and not one day shorter than we need. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you having the courage to do all of this. No. This is your family here.
Yes.
Okay, stand up if you would. You two stand up. I want you to turn around and face the other way. Turn around and face the other way. Now that is your life. That's what you've been looking at for the last 8 years with her, right?
Yes.
And that's what you're going to be looking at with him. This is what we find, this kind of thing in your closet. Prescriptions you steal from other patients. So your choice is this or that. That's your life. That's your life right there. It's been dumped just like that. So you can be an addict if you want to. Let me tell you, I'm going to go home sleep in the same bed tonight whether you do or you don't. But this young man, I've got a son about his age. And I'm going to do for him what I wish somebody would do for my boy if he was in the same situation. I'm going to get him the help to learn to be his own man and let his mother make her own choices. Y'all turn around. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and I don't know about this. I asked the CEO and founder of Safe Harbor Treatment Center, Velvet Mangan, to come here today. This is Velvet right here. Stand up if you would, Velvet. Now, Safe Harbor, it's a nationally recognized as the premier women's drug and alcohol treatment facility in Southern California. But let me tell you something. I don't deal with people that don't get real. And that's why I have the relationship I do with Safe Harbor. And I am willing to offer to you to leave here with her. I don't know how long you're going to be gone, but it's going to be a lot closer to 6 months or a year than it is to 30 days. And you may never return to your hometown. This may be a bridge burning that you have never contemplated. This woman here knows the game. Yes. And you very likely going to be gone a long time. You're very likely never going to return to what you call home, and never will you ever live with this young man again, ever in your life, if he listens to anything I have to say, and trust me, you're gonna. Because I will haunt you till you do. You deserve to be healthy and happy and free. I mean, you're a good-looking, young, vibrant kid. Get out there and live your life.
Exactly.
Don't be some wet nurse to your mother. It's time for her to grow up and stop being in this role reversal with you. Velvet, you know this uphill battle, right?
Yes.
Because what do you see in her?
Well, I see that she's got so many excuses in so many ways as far as why she has to use drugs. And there's going to be a raw experience for you. And it's going to take at least 6 months to a year, minimum.
I'm offering you one time, you leave here with her. And let me tell you, people at home, if you're on hydrocodone, you just can't quit this cold turkey. You need medical supervision for this, and that's what you're going to get there. Mm-hmm. So don't listen to what I'm saying. Say, okay, boy, he's right. I'm throwing this away and I'm quitting. If you're hooked on that, you need to go see your doctor. You need to get medical supervision to titrate off that medication, to go through the proper procedures, because you can wind up with a heart attack. You can wind up with all kinds of problems. You need medical supervision for this. So the answer is not an essay. It is yes or no. You're either leaving with her or you're not. And when you go, you're gone for a long time. I'm just telling you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
You're going to do this.
Absolutely.
No going home. You're going straight from here. And when we get backstage, you so much as stutter, stammer, or have a second thought, I will put your ass right back in that car, put you right back on the plane, and you will be a memory in my life, and I will work with him. Deal?
Wrote here
It's not an essay question. Deal? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.